is one of life's greatest teachers, and it's a shared part of the journey for every successful person. It has an uncanny way of stripping away our comfort zones and revealing who we truly are, what we are capable of, and what matters most. When life is easy, when we're coasting along with no major setbacks, it's natural to feel comfortable, even complacent. However, it's in times of difficulty when we're faced with pain that we are truly tested. This pain comes in many forms, whether it's personal loss, professional failure, or even internal struggles with self-doubt and fear. But each of these experiences has the potential to transform us and take us to new heights. Pain forces us to dig deep, to find strength and resilience within us that we may never have known existed. For anyone who has achieved great success, the journey was not without sacrifice and hardships. These individuals often credit their painful experiences as the fuel that pushed them forward. Pain disrupts the status quo, making us uncomfortable and challenging our perceptions of what is possible. It creates a desire to escape that discomfort and reach for something better, something that brings a sense of purpose and fulfillment. In this way, pain becomes a catalyst for change. It pushes us to find solutions, to take action, and to improve ourselves. When someone loses a job, for example, the immediate reaction may be one of fear and uncertainty. However, that loss can lead them to reassess their career path, to find something they are truly passionate about, or to start a business of their own. What began as a painful setback often becomes the push they needed to reach new levels of success. Pain also teaches humility, an essential quality for growth. Success can sometimes lead to arrogance or complacency, but pain keeps us grounded. It reminds us that life is unpredictable, that things won't always go as planned, and that we are not invincible. This humility fosters empathy, making us more understanding and compassionate toward others who are going through similar struggles. It's why so many successful people feel a strong desire to give back and help others, having gone through the trials themselves. They know what it's like to be at rock bottom and understand the value of a helping hand or a kind word during difficult times. These experiences cultivate a sense of gratitude too, because when you've endured pain and come out stronger, you gain a deeper appreciation for your accomplishments and for those who supported you along the way. Pain is also a great motivator. When things are easy, we don't always feel the urgency to make a change or strive for improvement. But when we're in pain, whether it's due to failure, rejection, or some other challenge, we feel a strong desire to move beyond that discomfort. That drive can propel us to work harder, to push past our limits, and to stay committed even when things get tough. Many people who have faced great adversity say that they wouldn't trade their experiences despite the difficulty because it was those very struggles that gave them the determination they needed to succeed. Pain pushes us to take risks and to overcome fears because once we've faced hardship, we realize we can handle more than we ever thought possible. Each painful experience teaches us something new about ourselves, about our strengths, and about our capacity to adapt and overcome. Pain has a way of honing our focus. When everything is going smoothly, our minds can be scattered, chasing after multiple goals without a clear sense of purpose. But in times of hardship, we're forced to prioritize, to focus on what truly matters. Pain often strips away the distractions, helping us to see our goals more clearly and to become laser-focused on what we want to achieve. Many people who have gone through tough times talk about how those experiences clarified their sense of purpose. Suddenly, the small inconveniences and distractions that once seemed important become trivial, and they can concentrate fully on what they're passionate about. This focus, born from pain, enables them to pour all of their energy into their work, often leading to extraordinary success. Pain also builds resilience, one of the most valuable qualities for anyone striving for success. Resilience is the ability to bounce back after setbacks, to keep going even when things are hard. When we experience pain and learn to overcome it, we build mental and emotional strength. We become more capable of handling future challenges because we know we've survived tough times before. Resilience is what allows us to persevere when the going gets tough, to stay committed to our goals, and to not give up even in the face of failure. Many successful people have stories of failure, of moments when they could have quit, but their resilience kept them going. They learned from their mistakes, adapted, and ultimately achieved their dreams because they didn't let pain stop them. Another powerful aspect of pain is that it makes success all the more meaningful. When we've struggled and worked hard to achieve something, the victory feels sweeter. It's like climbing a mountain. The view from the top is beautiful, but it's even more rewarding because of the effort it took to get there. Pain adds depth to our experiences and a sense of accomplishment to our achievements. It's why successful people often say that the journey was just as important as the destination. They cherish the lessons learned along the way, knowing that without those challenges, they wouldn't be where they are today. The struggles add value to their success, reminding them of how far they've come and of the strength they found within themselves. Pain gives us perspective. It helps us see the bigger picture and to realize that setbacks are a part of life, not the end of it. It teaches us patience as we come to understand that growth doesn't happen overnight. It's a slow process that requires persistence and faith. Through pain, we learn that success is not just about reaching a certain goal, but about who we become along the way. It helps us appreciate not just the end result, but the person we grow into through the journey. This perspective can bring a sense of peace and acceptance, knowing that even the tough times are part of the process. In essence, pain is an invaluable part of the journey towards success. It breaks us down only to build us back up stronger and more prepared for the future. It pushes us to grow, to evolve, and to become the best version of ourselves. Successful people understand that pain is not something to be feared or avoided, but embraced as a necessary step in their journey. They see pain not as a roadblock, but as a stepping stone, leading them closer to their dreams. Pain fuels growth by challenging us, motivating us, and teaching us lessons that stay with us for a lifetime. When we accept pain as part of the journey, we become unstoppable, capable of achieving anything we set our minds to. Many of the world's most successful people didn't achieve greatness simply because of their skills or talents. Instead, they found purpose in their pain, using difficult experiences as fuel to push them forward. This process, transforming pain into purpose, doesn't just lead to success, it leads to meaningful, impactful success that often extends beyond personal gain. When we go through hardship, it shapes us, revealing what's truly important and clarifying what we're most passionate about. Pain becomes more than just a memory or a difficult phase. It becomes the foundation for our drive, our motivation, and ultimately our purpose. When faced with adversity, the natural response is often to pull away, to avoid the feelings that accompany pain. However, for those who achieve lasting success, pain becomes something to learn from. It may start as a burden, something that weighs us down, but with the right mindset, it can be transformed into something positive rather than letting it defeat them. Successful people use pain as a catalyst to do something meaningful. They see their struggles as a calling to change something, to make a difference not only in their own lives, but also in the lives of others. This shift in perspective turns pain into a powerful motivator, a reason to keep going even when the path ahead is challenging. Many successful people have a story that starts with personal struggles or loss. It could be the story of someone who grew up in poverty, who faced discrimination, or who lost a loved one too soon. These painful experiences create a strong desire to rise above their circumstances, to prove to themselves and the world that they are capable of overcoming the obstacles in their path. But their journey doesn't stop there. Instead of moving on and forgetting where they came from, they use their painful past to fuel their purpose. They create businesses, foundations, or movements that reflect their journey, often focusing on helping others facing similar struggles. They understand that their story has power, that by sharing it, they can inspire others to overcome their own challenges. Turning pain into purpose gives people a sense of mission. It provides a reason to get up each day and keep pushing forward, even when things are tough. Purpose driven by pain is incredibly resilient. Because the motivation behind it is so personal, so deeply connected to something real and raw, it doesn't easily fade. This kind of purpose goes beyond personal achievement. It's about creating positive change, about making sure others don't have to go through the same struggles. For instance, someone who faced serious health issues might dedicate their life to medical research, raising awareness, or developing products to help others manage similar condition. This isn't just a job or a career for them, it's their mission, and it brings a sense of fulfillment that goes beyond traditional success. The process of turning pain into purpose also involves deep introspection. Pain forces us to confront parts of ourselves we might otherwise ignore, and this journey inward helps us identify our core values and our most heartfelt desires. Many people who have faced pain find themselves asking bigger questions. Why did this happen? What can I learn from this? And how can I use this experience to help others? These questions often lead to a sense of calling, a realization that their experiences, no matter how difficult, can be used to make a difference. They start to see their struggles as something bigger than themselves, and this perspective brings a profound sense of purpose. Another reason pain transforms into purpose is that it creates empathy. Going through hardship gives people a unique perspective, allowing them to truly understand what others might be feeling. This empathy often fuels their desire to help others. Rather than seeing others' struggles as distant or foreign, they recognize a part of their own journey in those facing similar situations. This connection is powerful, often serving as a strong motivator to give back, to create solutions, or to provide support. Whether through mentorship, philanthropy, or simply sharing their story, they find purpose in helping others find hope and resilience. Turning pain into purpose can be a source of healing. When people go through difficult experiences, it's natural to feel a sense of loss, grief, or anger. However, Using those feelings to build something meaningful can be a powerful way to heal. It allows individuals to reclaim control over their narrative, turning their pain into something that benefits not only themselves but others as well. By channeling their energy into a cause or mission, they begin to see their pain as something constructive rather than destructive. This process of turning hurt into help can be deeply therapeutic, allowing people to make peace with their past and move forward with a renewed sense of purpose. Pain-driven purpose often leads to a life of impact and legacy. When someone turns their pain into a mission, their success has a ripple effect, inspiring countless others. Their story becomes an example of resilience, courage, and hope. They show others that it's possible to turn even the darkest moments into something positive, and that challenges can be the beginning of something beautiful. Many of the world's greatest change makers, whether in business, art, science, or humanitarian work, are people who found purpose through pain. They've used their experiences to make the world a better place, showing that hardship doesn't have to define us negatively. Instead, it can be the foundation upon which we build something extraordinary. The transformative power of turning pain into purpose reminds us that our experiences, no matter how difficult, are not in vain. They shape us, guide us, and ultimately empower us to make a difference. For every successful person with a painful story, there is a message of hope and resilience, a reminder that purpose can be born from the hardest times, that our struggles can light the path forward for ourselves and others. In embracing this mindset, they find strength, motivation, and a deep sense of fulfillment, knowing that their pain has led them to a life of meaningful success.